going on, everyone? Darksidephil here, and welcome to a channel update for July 11th, or maybe you won't see it till July 12th, I'm not sure. But I have a couple things that I'd like to talk about, a couple different things that have been going on. If you're wondering why I'm sitting on the couch, it's literally simply because I just did a P.O. Box video. So if you haven't seen that, I just put it up. So, you know, it's a new video of where I cover stuff that's come to my P.O. Box over the past 6 or so months. So definitely check that out. But I said, why move the camera and everything when there's no reason to move stuff? I'll just do the channel update from the couch this time around. But yeah, a couple of topics that I'd like to talk about. Some updates regarding Project 7, scheduling changes and updates and more information. So let's get right down to it. And I apologize because I have something in my eye. I had it in the P.O. Box update too, and I can't seem to get it out. It's bugging the hell out of me. So you may see me rubbing my eye or whatever during this video. Okay, first of all, this week is Digital Pictures Week, and I think some people are getting it and some people aren't. That's perfectly fine. I knew that when I did this, it was going to be a time filler. Right now, there are literally no retail games out, and yeah, of course, you get the people, Phil, why didn't you play Kingdoms of Amalur Reckoning? Phil, why didn't you play Tale of Grace's F? Why didn't you play The Last Case of Phoenix Wright? Why didn't you do this? Why didn't you do that? And the answer is because I didn't want to. It's that simple. I play what I feel like playing when I feel like playing it. I don't feel like playing those games right now, especially one of these longer RPGs. I already have Xenoblade Chronicles that I stopped in the middle. Why would I start another RPG before I went back to the one that I skipped? You know what I mean? I've explained to everyone 1,000 times why I'm really not into playing RPGs right now. There's way too many of them that came out this year, and no one's interested in them. You got a very, very small minority of people who are very vocal about wanting to see these games, and yet when I play these games and I put them out, I got videos that get less than 1,000 views. And I'm sorry, but for someone like me, who I've done, you know what I mean? When I do playthroughs for popular games, they get really big views. Something that's under 1,000 views is like, wow, like that means that really nobody wants to see this game. And not to say that I shouldn't also be playing the game for fun, but for example, the perfect example here is Xenoblade Chronicles. This was a game that I was playing it and I was enjoying it. And I said, wow, this game's pretty good, it's coming to a climax. It is kind of repetitive, and I'll be honest, there was a lot of repetitive combat and stuff that I thought was boring. There was one dungeon that was 3 hours long. Boring as fuck. Didn't really care for that, but the story was gripping. The story kept me playing the game. But then I got to like 100 parts, and I said, wow, this game, I'm starting to now get a little bit on the bored side of this game. I hope that it's picking up and that, excuse me, I can't stop burping, that it's going to end soon, because I do want to move on to other stuff. And then my fans told me, no, Phil, you're not even halfway through the game yet, to which I said, what? Like, fuck that. I'm sorry, but if you're going to have a game that's 200 parts, you know what I mean, that's 20, 30 hours long, you need to have something that's going to grip me, and it can't just be repetitive combat. And it seems like that's what was the problem with that game. Way too much repetitive combat. The dungeon design was actually kind of flawed to the point where it got boring and repetitive whenever you went into it. But then when you get to the story part, oh, cool. I think something like that actually would work out better as an anime than anything else. I think in a game form it really isn't working that well. But that's what I mean. These kind of games that have these hundreds of hours of gameplay because it's grinding and stuff, people don't want to see that. And I understand that, and I don't want to go through it. That's a lot of work for me to be recording for a full week, and okay, the story's okay, but the gameplay's kind of blah, I wish I could do something else, and then I look at the views and the views suck, and I'm like, oh, that's really, it's a deflator to see that I put all this hard work and effort into it, and not a lot of people are enjoying it. So, for me, I want to play things that I want to play. I'm not looking to play any RPGs right now. Incidentally, the last story was originally supposed to come out this week, and I was planning on playing it. The reason I was is because this is like an exception. This game was actually made by the original Final Fantasy team. So I was like, wow, this might be really good, and then it got delayed. And now it's uncertain if it's even coming out in July. It might not even come out, you know, anytime soon, and so no one has any idea what's going on with that. So that's on hiatus. I have no plan on playing any role-playing games anytime soon. This is the problem with the gaming industry. They don't think before they act, okay? Oh, wow, look, a music game's doing really well. Let's flood the entire fucking market with music games for a year, and then guess what happens? The whole music game industry collapses. Rock Band, Guitar Hero, they all go away, okay? Same thing with RPGs. For years there were like none. People were asking, where did all the RPGs go? Now all of a sudden in 1 year there's like a dozen fucking RPGs come out. I mean, let's be honest, even if all you did was play the RPGs this year, you probably couldn't even beat them all, because there's too fucking many coming out. It makes no sense. If you're a designer or a developer, or if you're into the marketing, whatever, if you work for these game companies, you have to time your release properly. If you see that every other person under the sun is releasing an RPG, this probably isn't the fucking time to release an RPG. I could see doing 1 or 2 RPGs a year on my gaming channels. I can't do 10, you know what I mean? I did Final Fantasy 13 too, and people completely got turned off because they know that series has gone down the toilet. People have lost faith in Square Enix and the Final Fantasy series. Then I start doing other ones, and people are like, what are you doing? Like, no, we're kind of turned off to RPGs. So no, I'm not playing RPGs. Get off my case about that. And in addition to that, all the people complaining about I'm not doing Phoenix Wright yet, like, you're not helping your case. By whining and stamping your feet, and every single time I do something that's not a new release and it's not Phoenix Wright, by you complaining that I'm not doing Phoenix Wright, you're actually irritating me a little bit, because I have plans to eventually do it. It's something that's on my blackboard of okay stuff to do, but I'm going to do it when I feel the time is right, and I just don't feel the time is right yet. So either be patient or be quiet. It's one or the other, you know what I mean? Like, it doesn't help your case to be spamming my videos saying, play this, play that. So now getting back to the point. Yes, I'm doing Digital Pictures Week, and yes, I realize a lot of people aren't getting it. You know, there are some people, they watch me just for the gameplay, they watch me to see the new games, and when they see me playing old full-motion video games that aren't necessarily the best quality games on the planet, they kind of lose attention. Their attention span goes elsewhere. If that's the case, so be it. You know what I mean? Like, there's no new games out right now. I'm not going to sit here and play Call of Duty and Minecraft and Happy Wheels to get views over the summer. I'm going to earn my views by doing entertaining content. And if the people who have actually watched the digital pictures footage are leaving very positive comments saying it's entertaining, the gameplay is hilarious, because in some cases it's just so bad it's good. In other cases it's just so bad it's bad, but it's laughably bad, okay? But they're also saying my commentary is really good. They enjoyed the commentary over Supreme Warrior. I'm doing the music games again, the songs that I hadn't played in the music games. And yesterday I did 2 of them for InXS. People said they love those. So, I mean, the people that watch it enjoy it, but you get those people that are like, oh, I watched the first video, I didn't like the gameplay, I'm not watching anything the entire week. What kind of a mentality is that? Now keep in mind, it's completely under your power to do so. If you're completely turned off, you can do that. But just to watch one video and say, oh, I'm going away for a week, it's like, what? That's like completely just not willing to try anything different or new, or even understand why these games are important in the history of game development, which is kind of why I'm playing them. They were an important road bump that needed to get bumped into to figure out what works and what doesn't in video games. Let's face it, video games could be this today. Instead of these revolutionary graphics and stuff, they could have become interactive movies where, you know, you go to the movies and you're controlling the movie and stuff. Like, it could have been all film footage. Imagine if today there was a game like these where it was all high definition 1080p film, and you had Brad Pitt and you could control him and have him doing stuff on the screen. Like, this could have happened. This could have happened, but it didn't. And this is an interesting reason as to why you realize what's going on as you watch the footage of digital pictures. So it is what it is. If you watch it and enjoy it, thank you. If you decide not to and you skip it, whatever. That's completely within your power, and there's nothing I can do. What I can tell you is there's more stuff coming up that's gaming, that, you know, that's not FMV stuff, and I will tell you about that in this video. But yeah, just to give everyone an update on what's going on, there's 2 more days left, Thursday and Friday. So on Thursday is going to be Mark Wahlberg Day. I know a lot of people have been waiting for this. We're going to have 2 games related to Mark Wahlberg. I don't want to spoil, but there are 2 games that are related to Mark Wahlberg that I'll be playing on Thursday. And then on Friday, we're going to do, ooh, excuse me, I almost belched again. There we go. Delicious. We're going to do Horror Day, where I'm going to play 2 horror-related games, including, yes, the most highly anticipated game this week, I know, Night Trap, will be on Friday. And then I'm going to do a closing thoughts video, similar to the opening thoughts video I did at the beginning of the week, explaining what we discovered by playing these games this week, my overall feelings about it, and why this FMV kind of failed. And that'll close off the week. As I told you in the week in preview, but I'll reiterate it here, starting on Saturday is Batman Week. Or, as I like to call it, the bat-a-thon. for the Batman Marathon. John Rambo and I will be doing a couple co-op things on Sunday relating to Batman, and then all next week will be Batman games, and I've got the whole lineup of movie games like Batman, Batman Returns, Batman Forever, Batman and Robin. I've got side Batman games that were made during that time. I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to be playing 100%, but I've got a lot of Batman content lined up for this bat-a-thon, and that's going to go from Saturday until Thursday. And the reason that's ending on Thursday, and you're like, oh, that's not a full week, you know, how could you say, you know, that's, you know, a bat-a-thon? That's why I'm calling it bat-a-thon and not Batman Week, by the way. But it's ending on Thursday because Pandalee's coming to visit me. It's our weekend where we get to spend time together this month. So starting that Thursday until that Monday, we're going to be busy. But you will definitely see the continuation of the Super Mario Galaxy gameplay. We're hoping to maybe finish the game that coming weekend. We're not sure how long it is, but please, Lord, let it not be so long that if we play another 2 to 3 days that we don't beat it. You know what I mean? Like, how long did they make this game? But, yeah, we're looking to play more of that, so you will see that gameplay. And then, when that weekend is over, so we're talking, this is the, first, second, third, it technically is the 4th week of July, I guess. I think, if I'm seeing, it's like July 24th, I believe, at that Tuesday. I'm going to start my Megaman X week. Yes, I'm announcing it officially. Finally, it's happening. Megaman X week, the Megaman X Marathon, will happen starting July 24th. I'm going to be going through all of the Mega Man X games, starting with Mega Man X Part 1 on SNES, going through 2 and 3 on SNES, moving on to 4, 5, I think it's 4 and 5, and possibly 6 on the PlayStation 1, and I even have 7 and 8 on the PlayStation 2. Now, I'm not by any means saying I'm going to get through all 8 games. In fact, I'm probably going to guarantee that I'm not going to get through all 8 games. As the games got moved on in the series, they got longer, they got harder, and there's maybe a chance that I won't even beat some of them within a whole day. That being said, I'm going to do my best. So, from the 24th until the end of the month, and at the end of the month you've got, hopefully the Skyrim DLC is finally going to come out. We don't know, but I have it out for PC. I've been waiting to play it. Stupid Xbox 360 got the exclusive, which is complete bullshit in my opinion. I still say shame on Bethesda for doing that for the Fallout games, and now again for, you know, Skyrim. But I'm hoping to be playing the Skyrim DLC at the end of this month. I guess we'll have to see if it comes out. If not, we'll figure out what else we're doing. Maybe the continuation of Mega Man, we'll see. But that's what I'm planning to do to close out the month. So, in all honesty, this month had like zero new releases. The Spider-Man game technically came out in June, even though I did play it this month. You had Spider-Man Week, you had Digital Pictures Week, you have the Bat-a-thon, you're going to have the Mega Man X Marathon, and then possibly at the end of the month, the Skyrim DLC. What a dead month for gaming. Like, holy crap-hola, how is there nothing going on in July related to gaming? No new games at all. But the good news is, in August, we're turning that around. It looks like there will be several new releases. Like, every single week there's some releases coming out, and I'll be talking about that as we get closer to August. Oh, I'm cracking my neck there. My neck muscles are kind of tense today. But yeah, so that's that. That's the update regarding the gaming schedule. I know a lot of people are excited now that I've mentioned the Mega Man X Marathon, so congratulations, you're going to get it. Okay, the last thing I want to talk about is Project 7. I have an update regarding the status of Project 7 being aired on Machinima. The good news is this: 100% yes, episodes 1 through 4 of Project 7 are going to be screened on Machinima channels on YouTube. That's great news. There is, however, some uncertainty surrounding this, and here's the bottom line. I'm an honest person, as you know. I'm very honest. I tell everyone what happens, even if it's like, you know, personal stuff or business stuff. There's no reason for me to not tell you what happened. My main contact, the guy who I've been working with since day one when I signed on as a Machinima partner, is kind of in charge of all the content that goes onto the Respawn channel, okay? And he's been a fan of Project 7 ever since we started the series earlier this year, and he was the one who told me, get 4 episodes in the bag and then we'll look to do an airing of it. About a month and a half ago I was talking with him and he said, you know, Phil, I've been thinking about this whole thing, and I really think that since your series is live action, it may actually have bigger appeal and be more better received, more positive reception if it actually went onto the main Machinima channel on YouTube. Now, to put this in perspective, Machinima Respawn I think has like 1.9, maybe 2 million subscribers. the main Machinima channel has over 4 million subscribers. So you're talking doubling the amount of audience that may see these videos, okay? That's fucking awesome. Even if the reception wasn't positive, just to get the series exposed to that kind of audience is going to benefit it. Because you're going to still get a couple people that'll trickle in here and there that may like the content, that may check out all of our channels, and it's going to be positive for us, okay? So he said, let me talk to the guys on the main channel. So time passed. We actually finally released episode 4 just a couple weeks ago. And so I went back to him and I said, so what's the deal? So he went and talked with the main channel people, and he put me in contact with them. And the bottom line is this. The main Machinima channel people are telling me they're interested in the series, but they are not willing to commit to a 4-episode run. What they want me to do is to actually put together a very short trailer, like 2 to 3 minutes, of footage from the series, maybe some of the best gaming-related jokes and stuff from the episodes that we've put together so far, into like a montage, and then explain, you know, here's a new series, check this out, boom, 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 some jokes, maybe a little quip here or there, and then explain maybe this is coming to Machinima. And then what they want to do is they want to run that on the main Machinima channel and see how it's received. And if people, you know, oh wow, okay, this looks interesting, a live-action gaming comedy series looks great. If there is a positive reception, then they'll look to, in the future, airing the main series on the main Machinima channel. But for now, they were basically saying, we don't want to air the series because that's a big commitment for us, okay? To which I have mixed feelings. I can see both sides of the fence. I can say, okay, I can understand, because let's say they air episode 1, and no one knows what it is, no one really likes it. Well, now they're committing to air episodes 2, 3, and 4 later on, because they aired episode 1, and, you know, if people don't like it, that's spots that other shows could have taken up on the main Machinima channel, okay? That I understand. But that being said, the other side of it is, I've seen some of the crap that goes on that main Machinima channel, okay? I've seen videos on there that have been there for a week that have 20,000 views. Project 7 gets more than that on my main channel within 1 day. So, for them to have worries that the series won't get views or won't catch on, I think is kind of unwarranted. I think that regardless of if it's positive or negative, that the series will get feedback and get views and get an audience on Machinima. That's just my personal opinion, okay? But that being said, that doesn't really matter. It's their channel, it's like kind of like their network, you know what I mean? It's like a network on TV. They have thousands of people competing to get their content up there on a daily basis. So I understand why they're skeptical to put the series up there. So basically what I need to do this week, which is kind of, I have to wedge it in because I have a lot of stuff going on this week with Digital Pictures Week and some other stuff that I'm working on, but I have to kind of wedge in time to do like a 2 to 3 minute trailer slash kind of montage of some of the coolest stuff that we've done with Project 7 so far that's gaming related, and send it over to those guys. Now here's the cool thing. Even if they don't like it and if they put it up, you know, whatever, my guy, my contact says that he will be more than happy to use it as a trailer on the Respawn channel and say, oh, coming to Respawn this summer, you know, Project 7, so he'll have a trailer, and then we can release the 4 episodes. So the good news is, yes, Project 7 is going to be on Machinima. It's more than likely going to air on the Machinima Respawn channel, okay? I have to make this trailer sometime this week to try to pitch it to the main channel and see what happens, but more than likely it's going on the Respawn channel. What I would like to say is this, and I've asked for this before, but I would like to talk about it again. When these episodes do air over on Respawn, please go over there and watch them and comment on them and explain what the series is, because I get the feeling, again, a new audience, they have no idea who Darkside Phil is, they don't know what I do, they don't understand that the series is kind of like a parody, it's a B-movie series, the acting is cheesy, but the effects are good and it doesn't match up, you know what I mean? I don't want them to say, what is this, I don't understand, this is very confusing, and just shut it off. I want them to be able to watch the video and say, oh, what is this? And, oh, okay, people are commenting, this is a series from this guy called DSP, and, you know, it's a cheesy B-movie series based off of a series he did years ago. Okay, and it gets, you know, and it gets better with better effects. He goes to gaming worlds. Okay, I'm going to check out the rest of this series. That's what I think we're going to need to do. Like, get people not only to go over there and just obviously initially watch the video, but to kind of help people out and explain. And by the way, you know there's going to be fucking complete assholes with negativity. What is this bullshit? I was looking for Call of Duty montages. This doesn't belong on Respawn. And people are going to need to shut those people the fuck up. So I'm going to need your help to to do that, because this is cool. This is like the opportunity, the first time, by the way, that we're really trying to get exposure just outside of our own personal channels on YouTube. We really like Project 7 to get a much wider audience. Again, like I said, the Respawn channel has almost 2 million subscribers. That's an amazing opportunity to get a video out in front of new people and get it, get that exposure, and hopefully we'll get enough people who like it who come over and convert, and the series will become even more popular. And the cool thing is, the way that this is timed, if this is aired over, let's say, late July or through August, this is perfect lead-in, because the next episode we've already discussed, we're going to try to release it in October, and this is the perfect lead-in for that. Not that, okay, 4 episodes, and then, oh, by the way, we're wrapped for the year. It'll be like, okay, 4 episodes, it's maybe mid to late August. All right, now guess what? The next episode is going to be in a month and a half. Here's some information on it, and, we can get into that. So that's the deal. That's what's going on with Project 7. I will keep everyone in the loop as to what particularly is going on, meaning like when is it going to air, what's going on with certain stuff, so that we all know when we can go over there and check it out and talk about it, and hopefully the videos will do well on Respawn. We'll have to see. So that's the deal. Just wanted to give everyone the update, and like I said, I'll keep everyone in the loop when I have more information. So that's it for this channel update. Thanks a lot for tuning in. A lot of information as usual, but I hope it was useful to you, and I will see you for more gameplay. Peace.